Right, good morning sports fans, and I think it's a Saturday. Just nearly poked my eye out with that. Just get that over there like that. Anyway, have a look. I've got a steel frame, Reynolds steel frame, and, well, the hair, yes, it's still an headache, but forget that. Try and take your mind off that. What I'm going to try and do is, have a look. What I'm going to try and do is build up like a sort of gravel. So it's got caliper brakes on it, so we can't go too thick with the tyres. It's sort of like a gravel beater, if you will. A Grav Dad, cool as fuck. Got to stop the swearing apparently. So Grav Dad, cool as bleep. Steel framed gravel, drop bar-y type thing. Anyway, I've had a rake around in the shed, garage, whatever you want to call it, and I found everything, mostly what I need. Now, before I started filming this video, I put this bottom bracket in, and let's just say there weren't enough bleeps in the world when that was going in, so we can't put that on. That's not going to go on film, so the bottom bracket's in. Now, like I say, I'm going to build this up. It's not a how-to video, it's more of just watch me build this bike, then we'll go ride it, sort of thing. There'll be no tubeless ever again. And the Schwalbe tyres, not Hutchinson's, so poyente. I don't know what that means. Let's, I'll get set up on the table of many things. It's just out of shot, I think. And then I'll show you the componentry that's going on it. Here we go. Right, sports fans. My fucking hair's done, I can't put two bobbles in it, surely. Anyway, forget that. Let's try and forget that. So, components, well, wheels, Easton. Now, there was a problem with these wheels, which I bodged, but we'll talk about that in a later section of the video, let's say. Anyway, so, Easton wheels with Schwalbe PX1s. Now, I don't know, I skanked them from somewhere, don't even know where they came from. Anyway, they're knobbly. So, they're the wheels and tyres. Now, it's going to be a 10-speed, and I have got an old 10-speed cassette in there, behind me, the shed, so there we go, there's them. I'll just pop these out of shot. Right, well, I'll come closer. Handlebars, just some aluminium ones, there's no make on them, anyway, that's them. Seat, cool, titanium rails, probably kill my ass, I'll end up changing it. Smells all right. Cinelli stem, standard, not too bad. SORA, Shimano SORA, it's not brilliant, but it's all right, there you go. Same with the brakes, and front derailleur, and it is a braze on, so that's cushy. Now, these are a bit tatty, but still. Shimano, 105 10-speed, and a 2-speed. What do you call them? Shifters and brake levers all in one. Brake lift shifters, I don't know. Anyway, and then an old SORA crank that I pulled off, something or other. Anyway, and it'll match the red on the wheels, so that's that. Let me tell you about these wheels. Now, I don't know if this will work out. It will anyway, it's a good bodge. Here we go. Now, well, the free-up body was wobbling a little bit, and I tried to use these on another bike, and what happened was, basically, it was just go shifting like crazy. So I had them in the back of the shed and forgot about them, and I thought, I'm not taking all that apart. I don't even know what free-up body it is. Just couldn't be doing with it. So it was hoik, see you later. Now, well, what happened was this. You see that little bit there? I took that out, and I put a washer in there, put it back on. Anyway, it's done the fucking job, so Bob's your uncle, let's build this. I'm gonna bleep the swearing out because apparently you shouldn't be doing that. Anyway, building time. Now, I don't have any of these, but I've got an old frame in there. Problem is it's Italian, so I don't know whether, you know, we'll whip them off and then I'll have a look. So yeah, these things might be an issue, but I've got an old DAWES in there that I hate, so we could always pillage that. I'll get back to you. Right, sports fans, well, I've had a bit of luck. Anyway, they're on, and, oh, they're a bit seized. A WD-40, and so we've had a bit of luck with that, and, well, that was one of the parts I was worried I didn't have. Anyway, let me quickly show you the frame that I took them off. Fuck me, what a mess. Hang fire. Well, let's swing that out the way, look. Just this, basso, whatever you call it. Anyway, what a belter. Now, there's some corrosion on it, but I really like it. There's a problem. This bottom bracket is well seized, so, well, we might mess about with it one day, but it's going back in the shed for now. But it has donated its things there, so cushy. The next thing I'm going to do is put the front and rear mech on. Yeah, so I'll do that next. Like we said, it was SORA on the front on there, and I'll do the brakes, and well, I'll put them on and I'll get back to you because I'm going to have some coffee as well. All right, like I've mentioned, it's not a how-to video, but top tip: grease everything up before it goes on, and then if you ever come to take it off, you ain't got a bleep. See, I'm getting it. You ain't got an headache to come later down the line. Like that thing. Grease it up, derailleur, front derailleur, mech, whatever you want to call them. I'll be back. Right. So we've got the front brake on and rear brake, rear derailleur, front derailleur, there it is, or front mech. Now I'm gonna have a coffee and then I'm gonna put the crank on and yeah, I'll get back to you after my coffee. All right. Right, well, I've got my coffee, Ghostbusters, good film, and I thought, well, why waste this opportunity? We could have a little chat, couldn't we? So, it's good. The bike. Now, what am I going to use it for? Well, I don't really know. I've had it in the shed for a while and I've been looking at the bits and I've been thinking, could I possibly knock this together? And it looks like, apart from a stem converter, because I might be able to find a quill, but I'm not a fan. And I like the fatter bars, so well, probably not. Anyway, apart from a stem converter, I think I've got everything I need. Oh, and I might need to go and buy a chain, because using chains that have come from bikes, well, it's not great, is it? So, like a gravel type bike, you know, just something a little bit chill. Well, them tyres aren't very chill like, but you know. Anyway, I'm gonna finish my coffee. Like I said, I'm gonna put the crank on. We'll get the wheels on it. I might whip the stem converter off the Eddie Merckx for now and put that on, just so we can see the bike, how it's gonna stand, shall we say. Yeah, that's what I'll probably do. So, crank set, we'll get the wheels on it, get the stem converter on, get the stem on and the bars. We'll put the shifters on. See, I think I've got I think I've got some cables as well that I could probably cable up. This might be working today, this, you know, with a bit of luck. Anyway, let me finish my coffee. I'm thinking probably going to watch Ghostbusters tonight. And, yeah, no swearing. See you in 5. Right, sports fans. Well, I've done a little bit more work on the bike, as you can see. Now, we've run into some issues. I don't think I'm going to have them tyres because they're rubbing on the brakes. There's not enough clearance. So, that's a shame, because I rather like them. But, never mind. I like the red accents. I think that looks good. Anyway, like I say, it's only a bit of a scrap build, but I think you'll admit it looks pretty well. Quite aggressive. So, what I'm going to do is make a part 2 to this, because, like I say, I need a chain, a few cables, and I'm going to have to find some more tyres. Now, I could put road tyres on it, but I kind of want to use it off-road. So, that's where we're at with the build. The frames are DAWES, apparently. Apparently that's what it is. Eastern wheels, we've got a SORA Groupset parted together. The bars, I might take them off and go flared if I can get some. And, or I could flare them myself like Ronnie Romance does. I don't know whether I can do that. I'd always be worried there was wonky. It'd do me hair in. Anyway, so, there you go. She's done to the point where that's as far as I'm going. Aeroplane. That's as far as I'm going with it anyway. So, next time we make a video on this bike, we'll get it riding, we'll get it working, and we'll take it out and test it. So for now, in a bit, dog shit.